Good morning, all of you. Are you getting my voice?
Yes, sir.
Use screen. Yes, all of you. Are you getting my screen or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, today we are going to discuss about the Thomas Write rule. Thomas Write rule. See, first to see the theory, then I can explain with the example. Okay. So this Thomas rule states if timestamp of transaction I is less than write timestamp of X. Okay. The timestamp of Ti is less than write timestamp of X, then the operation is rejected and Ti is rollback. Okay. This rule states that if timestamp of Ti is less than the write timestamp of X, then the operation is rejected. And the transaction is going to be rolled. Okay, first point. Remember this point. And the timestamp ordering rule can be modified to make schedule view serializable. This is going to be scheduled view serializable. And instead of making transaction rollback, the write operation itself ignored. Okay, so what happens while you are performing transaction for write operation? Okay, if transaction timestamp of transaction and write timestamp of X is less than, then it is going to be the operation going to be rejected. If it is rejected, what operation we are performing? Transaction rollback, right? That's we are performing actually. But according to making rollback, the write operation itself is ignored. We are ignoring the write operation. Are you getting? Seema. See what you can remember one point here. First thing is transaction I means number of transactions. The first PI okay. First point, then the transaction the timestamp of ti less than write timestamp of you or whatever. This is our rule, right? And request to start the operation.
Sir, your voice is totally flat. Sir. We can't hear anything properly.
Said it's clear now. Why you are not getting? I don't know. Signal also not poor. I have full signal also here. Then again I'm explaining here Thomas Write rule. So rule says timestamp of ti. Yes. The timestamp of ti is less than write time of x, and the operation will be visited, and we are doing rollback on the transaction in general. But according to Thomas Write rule, instead of making ti rollback, the transaction rollback, we are ignoring that write operation. Okay, that's what Thomas Write rule. See here. We are performing, see the timestamp of transaction and the timestamp of transaction tx. So here we are performing write operation and T of I performing write operation. See here, without the read operation, we are trying to do write operation. That is wrong, right? So, and also if I am trying to do write operation here, before this transaction, we are doing write operation in Ti. Here the timestamp is 5 and the timestamp exam timestamp is 10. Which one is first one? This one only, right? In that case, we okay. So this also called as a blind write problem, blind write operation. Okay. So in that case, what our Thomas rule is doing. So actually, this is what we are doing, rollback operation, transaction. Okay, but according to our Thomas Write rule, no need to do like this. Just you can ignore this write operation. You can ignore this write operation. See, for example, in performing T1 transaction, T2 transaction, and T3 transaction. Timestamp 1, timestamp 2, and timestamp 3. See, first one is second one and third. See, in the transaction, I'm going to perform read operation on few data item. In second transaction, performing write operation on few data item. After that, if I perform write operation here, this is wrong. And if I perform write operation on 3 transaction, see the levels. This is first one, second, and this is third and fourth. So we are reading few data item here, and that few data item to transaction will write. You can write the transaction. Okay. After that, you are performing write operation in T1 transaction. You are requesting for write operation. Can I do it like? No, we can't do. So that's we call as blind write problem. So, and the T3 transaction performing write operation from here to here. That means what? T1, T2, T3. And T2 going to transaction T1 and the T2 performing transaction T3. So cycle will form. So in that case, so this whatever we performed write operation it is. So we need to roll back, right? If we perform any mistake in the transaction, we are performing rollback. Instead of that, what we are doing here means we are ignoring this write operation. Ignoring write operation. That's what our rule, Thomas Write rule. Are you understanding? After that, see, we have 3 timestamp based methods of concurrency control. We have 3 basic variant timestamp based methods of concurrency control to control the concurrency. Do you know what is concurrency? I already explained. If you know multi-threading concept, you can apply here. For performing multiple operations, okay, concurrently. This is called concurrently. To perform multiple operations at a time. How you can control? By using concurrency control methods. Okay, here what we are discussing here means we have 3 basic variant timestamp based methods of concurrency control. We have 3 basic variant type of timestamp based methods. Those are total timestamp ordering, second one partial timestamp ordering, and third one multi-version timestamp ordering. We have 3 types of protocols here. timestamp, total timestamp ordering, partial timestamp ordering, and multi-version timestamp ordering. We will see one by one. First one is what? Total timestamp ordering. Total ordering. Here, see some points. I will write here itself. So first point. Is database X data item associate only one timestamp, that is timestamp of X. Okay. Second one, the timestamp of X timestamp of youngest transaction that has formed read or write operation on item see these points. With each database item X, we associate only one timestamp, that is timestamp of X. The timestamp of X, the timestamp of youngest transaction that has performed read or write operation on X item. Okay. Transactions wants to read or perform write operation on item X. Okay. Condition here, total timestamp ordering, if timestamp of transaction I is than timestamp of X. See, I'm explaining condition with like Java. So if the timestamp of transaction I is less than timestamp of X, then what and with new timestamp. Okay. Else read or write operation is granted. That is timestamp of equal to timestamp of action. This is the condition here. See what we need to remember here. In the transaction we are performing, we have multiple transactions T1, T2, T3, T4 and so on. So in that case we are performing read and write operation on data item X. We are performing read and write operation on item X. If timestamp of transaction Ti is less than timestamp of data item X, okay, then what should we do? Abort the transaction. We should abort the transaction or restart it with the new timestamp. Restart with the new timestamp, that is rollback. Okay, so what we should do? See the condition. If the timestamp of Ti is less than timestamp of X, then we should abort the transaction and restart with the new timestamp. Else, that means the timestamp of Ti is greater than the timestamp of X, that means else condition. If it is else, if it is not true, then we can perform read and write operation is granted. Read and write operation is granted. Then timestamp of X is equal to timestamp of Ti. Okay, that is the condition in the total timestamp ordering. Okay, so what is the advantage of this one? If you do like this, so the advantage implementation is easy and read. Okay, what is the advantage from total timestamp ordering? Here implementation is easy and we can save the memory. Coming to disadvantage. The disadvantage here. So it have or it will have unnecessary drawbacks. But what is the drawback from total timestamp ordering? Well, it will have unnecessary rollbacks. We need to do some unnecessary rollbacks. But it is easy and we can save the memory if you use total timestamp ordering rules. Timestamp ordering rules. See, for example, I'm performing operations T1 transaction and from T1 transaction, from T2 transaction, performing read operation on X data item. Okay, performing read operation on X data item. And from T1 performing read operation on X data item. Here the timestamp ordering T1 timestamp is 100 and the T2 timestamp is 200. Which one is latest? This one latest, and sorry, this is first one, and this read operation is latest one. So you are performing read operation. So where we can perform unnecessary rollbacks. Here we are performing unnecessary rollback operation. Okay. Are you understanding total timestamp ordering? Remembering now, if you remember these rules, then you can perform the examples easily. You can understand the examples. So first, what about the Thomas Write rule? Timestamp of TI is less than write timestamp of the timestamp of transaction 1 and transaction is less than write timestamp of X data item, then the operation will going to be rejected. This is the rejected. That is Thomas rule. If it is rejected means what will happen? We are performing rollback operation, right? To get the previous transaction, previous successful transaction. If you want to get previous successful transaction, we are doing rollback operation. When according to Thomas Write rule, that timestamp of TI is less than write timestamp of X data item, so then the operation going to be rejected and we are performing rollback operation actually. Coming to Thomas Write rule, instead of making transaction rollback, we are performing write operation is ignored. The write operation is ignored. The write operation we are going to be ignored. We are ignoring the type of write operation. That's it. That's what the Thomas Write rule. Okay. See, after that, the following are the three basic variant of timestamp based methods of concurrency control. The concurrency timestamp based method: total timestamp ordering, partial timestamp ordering, and multi-version timestamp ordering. Tomorrow I will explain partial timestamp ordering and multi-version timestamp ordering. Today I explain. So these total timestamp ordering have rules. What are the rules? So with each database item X, we associate only one timestamp, that is T of X, timestamp of X. Okay. The timestamp of youngest transaction. Youngest means what? Youngest means what? Latest transaction. How we can say this is latest transaction? For example, you are performing multiple transactions now. You are transferring amount to your friend account. Yesterday you have done one transaction with 500 amount, and today just now you have done other transaction. So which one is youngest transaction? Today's transaction is youngest transaction, right? Latest transaction. Okay, if you are getting latest transaction, that is only the true. If you are performing yesterday transaction, that is wrong transaction, right? So you should perform operation on latest transaction, that is called here youngest transaction. The timestamp of youngest transaction that has performed read or write operation on item X. So while that is the condition we explained here, the transaction wants to perform read and write operation on data item X. See, while you are performing transactions, the timestamp of transaction TI is less than timestamp of X. Then what we should do, what we need to perform? What we need to perform? We need to perform abort or restart it with a new timestamp. Okay. Else read or write operation is granted. We can perform read and write operation. That means the timestamp of X data item is equal to the timestamp of transaction TI. That's what's the condition. In that way, if you performing these conditions, if you are applying these conditions while you are doing the transactions, what are the advantages we have? What are the disadvantages we have? The advantage is performing this operation is easy, and if you are performing this type of operation, we can save the memory. But what is the disadvantages here? If the condition is true, means every time you need to do rollback. We are doing unnecessary rollbacks here. We are performing unnecessary rollbacks. Okay, the condition is true. So that is the disadvantage from total timestamp ordering method to control the concurrency control. That is from concurrency control method. Are you getting? Yes, all of you. If you read once, then only you can understand. If you understand the rules, then only you can perform the transactions where we can apply this rule, where we can do this transaction successfully. Those we can understand if you remember these conditions. Okay. That's what and the total timestamp ordering protocol. Yes, all of you. Are you understanding? Nothing here you need to, that's it, not more than that. Okay. Okay, that's all for the today's session. In the tomorrow session, we'll explain partial timestamp ordering and multi-version timestamp ordering. After that, I'm going to explain the validation-based protocols. The validation-based protocols. That's also called as optimistic concurrency control method. Optimistic concurrency control method. In that, we are performing 3 phases. Okay, based on protocol, every task execute on 3 bases. First one, read phase, validation phase, execution phase. Okay, a transaction validation based on the following timestamp. What are the timestamps? Start transactions, validation transaction, and finish the transaction. Based on these 3, we are validating the transactions. Okay, so these are the conditions. I will explain in the tomorrow session. Okay.